You were saying, Mikey.
Yes, Craig. Sorry, all of my speeds look good. Then my upload speed took a dive. So I don't know what was going on there. Download
Dude,
speed
it was
didn't
the
waver.
same thing because all of a sudden mine went like into the red, and then now you're back.
Solar flares, probably solar flares.
I think it's some Chinese-owned technology company that's trying to make sure that we don't mess with the investments of CalPERS and CalSTRS and the New York folks.
Making their point. Yeah, listen, it's a bad investment. It's into a bad company, and a couple of the reasons they don't care, Craig. One is if they lose the public's money, they don't care. They don't care if they lose their funds for these pensions. Those people just have to do without. And if you don't think or if you think I'm lying, go ask the people of the Detroit 10 years ago what happened to all their pensions. Gone when Detroit went bankrupt, and nobody bailed them out. But the other part, Craig, is that they know old Sleepy Joe will just write a Build Back Better pension bill and give them the money back. They've got that magic money tree there in D.C. right now, so he'll just give them money back. So they really don't see it as any risk at all.
But Mike, it's not even just about the risk. It's about you say you're going to use these values to invest in companies. And you're investing in companies that literally have Uyghurs as slaves. How can you promote human life? You're in companies that are run by a government that has a one-child only policy.
Yeah. No, they don't care. We know that, right? It's not about what they do. It's about what they say. And they say they're doing right. So who cares what they do?
Yeah, they don't care if Chinese companies, they don't care if American companies fail. They do care, however, if Chinese companies fail.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones that they seem to care about that's probably because that's their what shall we say? Those are their communist brethren.
There you go.
Anyway, good friend, the gun foodie, Mr. Patrick Collins says hello. And he says here, then we got Peter who's back. Peter's like, thanks. And as a former Fed, screw the current abomination that occupy 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
You're the man, Peter. You're the man.
Peter is the man. Peter is the man. Thank you so much, Peter, for chiming in. Thank you for chiming in. Okay, let's move on to our next story. Firearm safety that actually works. Now, we know that normally when government is pushing the idea of firearm safety, we know they're not really interested in firearm safety. But there's actually a study that is out, and let me pull it up here real quick. There's actually a study that's out that shows that by showing, and look at this, a 1-minute video, you can actually significantly reduce a 1-minute video on firearm safety, by the way, you can actually change kids' behavior around firearms. The study says those who watched the gun safety video were more likely to tell an adult when finding a firearm and less likely to touch the gun. A 1-minute gun safety video could help prevent accidental injuries, and death. That's the conclusion of researchers who published the results of their study of children in the Journal of American Medical Association. More than 200 children were ages 8 to 12 years old participated in the study, which was conducted in 2 parts. First, kids were assigned to either watch a gun safety video or a car safety video. A week later, they were brought to a laboratory at Ohio State University where the children were then randomly assigned to watch a violent PG-rated movie. One of the movies featured guns while the other did not. Following the movie, the kids were allowed to play with toys in another room, which contained 2 disabled handguns hidden in a drawer. A hidden camera monitored the actions. The study said those who watched the gun safety video at home the week before were more likely than those who watched the car safety video to tell an adult about the firearm and less likely to touch the guns. Now, my point to just discussing this whole thing is if we stop teaching kids to fear guns and teaching them how to respect firearms and how to be safe with firearms, guess what? They will be safe with them.
Yeah, listen, I haven't seen the video, Craig. I don't know if they're, bashing Trump the whole time in it, but putting all that aside, putting aside all the politics, if you teach someone even a 2-minute safety lesson, it's going to make them more safe. I mean, it's as simple as don't touch the stove. The stove will burn you. Don't touch the stove. Okay, now I know not to touch the stove. What do I do if I see the stove on? Tell an adult. Okay, that's it. 2 minutes of that with gun safety. Boom. How many of you saved? But they believe it's indoctrination. We're trying to turn everybody into a sniper and a mass murderer by showing them gun safety videos. Remember, it's not your child that needs the gun safety video. It's all children that need the gun safety video. Everybody, every child, right. Because your kid's going to wander into some place where another kid finds a gun. No matter how safe your kid is, if that other kid doesn't have the safety training, that's how these accidental deaths occur.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. The only strong is the weak. A chain is only as strong as the weakest link. If and that's the funny part is that when I think about how much money the state spends, like the state of California spends on quote unquote gun safety that has nothing to do with guns, that does absolutely nothing to make anyone or anybody any safer with a firearm or from a firearm, but it just goes to feed a government bureaucracy and fearmonger about people who own guns and about guns. It just drives me nuts because it's millions upon millions of dollars. It just in the state of California that could otherwise be better spent actually educating people in general, but specifically children about firearm safety.
Yep.
Not going to happen.
Let me finish it with this, Greg. Listen, if the gun's not on you and you're not in, constructive control of that firearm, lock it up, put it away, secure it.
It ain't hard. It's not hard. It's not hard to figure out. That is probably the most simplest and easiest way. By the way, do not do what some of the folks in the government tell you and store your ammunition separate from your firearm. Don't unload your firearm if you got it locked up. If it's secure, you don't need to put the ammunition separately. In fact, you then make the weapon really kind of useless.
Yep, just secure it. Not going to even tell you how to secure it. Secure it wherever you're going to secure it. Just make sure it's not found in a drawer by a couple of kids. That's what you're shooting for.
Exactly. All right, and with that, we're going to move on to our parting shots, brought to you by Hog Holsters. Get your Hog Holster at hogholster.com. Make sure you use discount code The Rundown. All caps, no spaces. Get your Hog Holster today. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with our good friend Kamala Harris. We all know that she is like world renowned for her ability to articulate in speech very complex ideas and very simple ideas in a way in which no one can understand. And therefore, I introduce to you Kamala's own word salad dressing.
Boy, she can dish it out, can't she? You see, so what we have is okay. You have a country, and that country is next to another country, and they did bad things to that country, and that's not good.
There you go.
Oh well, thanks, kindergarten teacher Kamala Harris.
I'm not in kindergarten, but thank you anyway.
Yep.
Okay, and then you've got evidently, there are some people who think there are some jobs that Joe Biden wouldn't do, but he's fighting for his job. Here you've got the witches from what's it, Hocus Pocus? He says, "Ooh, I smell children." And then you've got Joe Biden down below saying, "Whoa, ladies, that's my job."
That's him, Sniffy Joe.
And then we have, once again, just one more of the arbitrary cocaine in the White House jokes. What is this character's name again? I know it's Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
Who's
boy.
he playing?
Yeah, it's Wiggins.
Wiggins, the crackhead.
Yep.
Y'all
Yep.
Y'all got any more of them White House tours? You know the only reason why I did that joke, right?
Because
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I'm going to
Mission
play that video
requisition.
every chance I get. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
every day. Every day, every day, every day.
Oh, man. Well, folks, it's been a lot of fun today, but we're going to go ahead and let you go. But before we do, we are going to go ahead and make sure to give a shout out to our sponsors.
Yep, let's say hi to those good friends over at Hitman Industries, hitmanindustries.net. You can get rifle and pistol caliber barrels in any length that you want. Soon to come, Glock barrels at hitmanindustries.net. California Republican Assembly fighting the good fight behind enemy lines. Take part in California's future today. Don't forget to check out the California 6th congressional race. Keep your eye on that one. And if you're going outside, you're going outdoors, going to the field, going to the woods, going hunting, going shooting, going fishing, check out our friends at uscombatgear.com.
All right, folks, well, that's going to be it for today's program. We very much appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you liking and sharing the show, telling your friends about us. We'll be back tomorrow on Throat Punch Thursday. So y'all take care, have a good time, and be safe.